Alright everyone, welcome. Today we have a special lesson. Yes, a very special lesson. We're going to take Wisp, and Wisp is going to teach us how to throw SCVs. Sorry, not SCVs, SUVs. Wrong game. We're going to be throwing some Suburbans at our enemies. That's why we have our ugly assistants over there, and our slightly shorter and definitely less scary assistants. But we are going to go over how to throw SUVs. Wow, Could you tell I have a stutter? I do. And we're going to be doing it with the Arca Plasmor. This is a weapon you should be getting literally the second it is available. I mean, as soon as you hit MR10, go to your dojo and grab this beast. This SUV chucker, as I like to call it. This thing is just amazing. Now, why is it amazing? I mean, its stats kind of look crappy. Its fire rate, pretty terrible. That crit multiplier, garbage. The range, 10 to 20, that's short. The crit chance, 22%, that's good, but it's a shotgun. It does not have enough. Not nearly enough. Magazine is 10. Alright, very good, but the reload is really high too. We're gonna go with more of a new player friendly build. So we're gonna slap on point blank and just normal charge shell. All of these are mods you should definitely have, like 100% have it. I mean, Hell's Chamber, very basic. Scouring Inferno, do a spy mission. Shell Shock, no hate if you don't have this. You kinda need Barrow to bring this. Blaze, do some nightmare missions. You'll get great things like this. Charge Shell and Incendiary Coat. And then lastly, you have a choice. You can go for that third round, which I personally am a fan of. It doesn't mess with accuracy too much. See? All of them are going exactly the same place. That's good enough for headshots, let's be honest. Although, getting headshots with an SUV, I'd be impressed. I'd high five that. The other choice you have, which is just a little bit of chaos, when you want to clear everything, when you don't care about range and you're just bullet jumping through the air and chucking two SUVs in different directions. I personally prefer Vigilante Armaments. Gives you that nice little potential status bump, even though who cares about status from going full rad? And then the other thing we do need to address, and we need to address it badly. Guys, I'm not hitting those columns. That column, 23 meters away. Oh. See, it doesn't make it that far. Let's see exactly how close it is. You can hear it when it lands a shot. Oh, there we go. 30 meters. 30 meters is your maximum range with the Arca Plasmor before its round disappears. That's horrible. That is truly terrible. So how do we compensate for that? What can we do? There is a mod. There is a mod called Fatal Acceleration. As you can see, it's kind of common. You should be able to get this. A lot of people will probably just give it to you for free. The Exila slot comes already formatted. I've got 5 into this. You don't need 5. I mean, we've got 9. You can drop 2. Yeah, you can drop 2. Maybe run one of these a pip down. Maybe get down to 3. And 2 format overall. That's not too bad. That's very doable. As far as like ammo consumption, no, you're gonna be fine. No worries about that. But one thing you may want to consider. You can take the Arca Plasmor through a spy mission. How do you do that? Just slap on silent battery. Yes. Yes. I know. You can drive a SUV through a vault and just run over some people's faces. It works surprisingly well. And just look at that. You can see it impact. That nice little scatter. We're going to get a little bit closer. It won't go to 50, but it will go... It'll do 40. We'll do 44. Not quite. It'll do... You got an extra 10-15 meters from that. From about 10 extra meters. That's very good. That's very good. Like, those enemies, they're far enough away, you're not going to see them in mission. Not normally. I mean, there's way too many hallways and doors and everything else. You're just not going to see it. Now, why did I go with Wisp? For her reservoir. I wanted haste. So I can just check all the SUVs. And look at that. One shot. Notice that was a crit. On crits, this thing is just the mob cleaner. Like, you want to do a drive-by, this is how you do it. You just clear whole rooms. But the problem is, it does not do well against heavy armor. It really does not. I mean, I've got my haste mode up, and oh, this is not looking good, folks. That is the weakness of the Arca Plasmor. While you can clear whole rooms, decimate legions of enemies, if you run into something heavy, you may want to have a different backup plan. I mean, I do. So a lot of times, what I'll do is I'll clear out the room with the Arca Plasmor, and then just take a secondary that favors single strong enemies. Something with a lot of status to rip that armor off, and a lot of damage. Now, these are only level 80s, and I did that very intentionally. The other joy of the Arca Plasmor. Enemies attack each other from a rad proc. I mean, you can go much higher level, but those guys are why I didn't. Because while you can rad proc them, and hide, do whatever else you need to, you'd need a solution. Now, when you can get this, it is only Mastery Rank 10. Level 80 Corrupted Heavy Gunners are not... You'll see them, but you'll have ways to beat them. And see, there they go at each other again. Just spreading confusion and chaos. Just like when you chuck UVs at someone. But you do need a different solution. Let's just clear out these last few guys. Another little weapon you can get from the energy lab in the dojo. But that's the Arca Plasmor. Get it as soon as you can and just love it. It's amazing. But be aware that you will need to use a secondary or a melee weapon when running this. The other place this thing does amazing in is the index. a lot of times they'll two-shot index enemies. On my personal build, I have a crit chance Riven, so as you can see, it is minus damage to Grenier. I know, it hurts. It hurts. It's painful. I try not to talk about it, but it is what it is. I've got a decent crit multiplier, because Primed Ravage sucks, Blunderbuss sucks even worse, but Blaze is the most damage I could get, along with Incendiary Coat and Prime Charge Shell. This is kind of more of the end game, and you'll notice I'm out of Drain. This was built long before we had access to the Exila slots. And you can just see, while it does do great, come get me, come get me, come on, what you gonna do? Oh, can't touch this. Come on, guys. Scrubs. And that's really how it's gonna go in normal combat. I mean, Chroma with this thing, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Chroma's a nasty beast with this thing. You can go pure elemental and you'll just do horrible things. This is amazing. I love the Arca Plasmor. This is as new player friendly as it gets, and you don't necessarily have to unlock this. If you're missing one of these mods, slap this bad boy somewhere in here. I mean, the drain on it's not high. It's only... Here, let's pull it down. It's only 7. You can easily, if you don't have this, swap it in there. Get extra drain. Just love the Arca Plasmor. It's going to be your best friend for like a solid... It's going to be multiple MR. You will always keep coming back to this thing. Just for its absolute star chart clearing abilities. You can clear whole planets just by driving an SUV through them. I hope you all enjoyed this. I know I did. And I hope you enjoy Warframe. Have a good one, everyone.